Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the Truthear Crinacle Zero Blue 2. As you can state here with some weeb artwork. Also, I've not tried the blue one or the red one versions from Crinacle, obviously the clad model. So this is the only one I've tried, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So anyway, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank Shenzhen Audio Store for sending it out to me, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, nor thoughts, opinions are my own, as per usual. And yet I have no idea what this is like. Obviously you can still see it's still sealed. So I haven't tried it yet, and it's meant to include some sort of impedance adapter. So yeah, let's just get into it. So let's have a closer look. So I just took the wrapping off. So Truthear, code, serial number, where sound meets truth, nothing there. So obviously they've used a B&Q 5195, some specs here, so 10mm and 7.8. I think the last ones was dual drivers as well. That's that. Obviously high gears, I think 3D print shells. I think that's what happens. Zero Blue 2. Give a bit of a wiggle. The paperwork, and now I'll check down a bit. So it looks kind of fairly normal. Look really nice actually. To a quick peek. So yeah, really quite nice. Quite a large. The nozzle looks quite wide. Quite a good length, I guess, to put the tips on. Right. Left. Obviously the colour. Really nice. They look fairly big, but we'll see, won't we? Tips, foams and silicone. They expand quite quick. Good to see a lot of foam tips. So that's what you actually get. So that's there. So yeah, impedance adapter. 5 ohm base plus. I'll try and measure that. And that's the cable, so no mic or anything on this. I think they do version with a mic, but obviously that doesn't really matter to me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So basic, but everything you need. I like that includes obviously both sets, because that's quite useful, and plus plenty of them. 4 different sizes for, I think, for foams, but that's it. So obviously I'm going to try and graph it with obviously the normal cable and the impedance. So I guess, like it says, the impedance will make it a bit more low end. And yeah, so yeah, I'll see you in the next clip. So yeah, so welcome to my review section of the Truthear Crinacle Zero Blue 2. So quite a mouthful. Again, this is the impedance adapter basically. It says base, if it focuses, base. I've graphed both, but I'll talk about that in a bit. And yeah, it does make a difference. So here's the cable. I think they've used this before. It looks familiar. Straight 3.5. I like this type of cable. I think it's actually pretty good. To a Y split. And obviously that's how they look fitted. Really good. I have no issues with this at all. And these are priced around, I think, $65. So again, I think it's a similar price to the predecessors. But again, I've never tried them. So comfort. Now I think some people moaned about these before, from what I read, from the actual nozzle. So according to the promo material, I think they've angled this. You can see it a bit more across to the left. Now I've used these just for an hour or two. Absolutely fine. I was happy. And also very light. There's no weird thin part in this section. And it seems good. Build quality again seems good. Also really good channel matching. But obviously I'll talk about that in a bit. Obviously, yeah, I'm quite happy with them. And I think they look really good. No writing on the back, which I do like. I like the kind of colour. I think it looks pretty cool. Anyway, so pound sensitivity. No issues really. Also bear in mind, if you use the 5 ohm adapter, obviously you'll have to use more. So you have to turn it up to get the same kind of volume, but you have a more bass. Talk about it a bit anyway. Yeah, so timbre on this set, I think it's actually a really good set. Again, 2 dynamic drivers. Sometimes that can be a disaster, but I think this pairs I think this pair, they've done a pretty good job. Again, it's their third iteration, I think, of a dual DD. I think, yeah, so far so good. Resolution on this set seems pretty good. It's probably not the best I've heard. Again, it might be a DD thing, but I've been using a planar just before these. Obviously, not review and different kind of category, but the resolution on the set, technicality seems pretty good. Nothing special really. I'd say more average probably is probably the best way to describe it. Imaging on this set seems pretty good, and stage seems okay. Again, not the biggest I've heard, but it seems to be okay really. So enough for me kind of waffling. But you want to know what this is like? Again, sorry I've not tried the Zero Blue, like Mark 1 version 1 and the red version 1. So yeah, put the graph up, you can have a look. Don't lose that. So as you can see, very different. Now obviously you can normalise this how you want and squiggling, but this is just how I'm displaying it for you. So the low end, very, very different as you can imagine. The 5 ohm adapter version is definitely a bassy boy. Does it a bit different. You can see it bleeds into the mid-range a bit more, but it sometimes can be, I don't normally say this, but it can be a bit too bassy sometimes, or boomy maybe. It's I wouldn't call it muddy, but it's you definitely know it's there, but it's obviously it's different. So there's less mid-bass punch. So it probably looks more bassy on the graph than in reality. It's more sub-bass kind of direction. Now compared to the obviously just without the adapter, I like that one. But then I'd say the slight issue with that is it needs a little bit more mid-bass bleed to give it more impact. But apart from that, I think it's really good for bass. So I kind of prefer it without the adapter in a way. But it's just obviously you can use it. It's just a bit of fun. But I like that it actually makes a difference, like a noticeable difference really. Mid-range on this set, I like them both really. I'll probably say the non-ohm without the adapter is probably a bit cleaner, as you can probably imagine. But the 5 ohm version is definitely more fun, without a doubt. Male vocals is pretty good. Female vocals, again, good. It didn't really seem shaped or anything. It's a nice level, is I would say, for both. I don't like when they really boost females. The female poison, as they call it, it doesn't have that boost. It just sounds normal, which is what I like. Treble, again, there's a few differences depending on your volume, but this is mainly meant to make a difference to the lower frequencies with the adapter. But treble, I liked it. I think it's actually pretty good now that you can see there's a spike around 15, which looks a bit scary, but it's absolutely, for what I tell, it's fine. And I can hear past 15k, so I didn't have a really issue. The only problem is there's a big dip after 8k, so that you have some stage which is missing some of the stage, if you know what I mean. You got that gap like planars, they don't have that gap. Planars can extend better than DDs really, but it's not too bad. Yeah, I don't know much to say really. These didn't really blow me away, but they're definitely not a bad set either. Again, it's a shame I haven't tried the other two, but it doesn't really matter really. But yeah, to be honest as well, for my opinion, if somebody didn't tell me that this is 2DD, I probably wouldn't have noticed. So unless that's just me. But yeah, I like my time with them. I like what the adapter does, and I like it without the adapter. But it's like, you don't have to EQ. It just takes you 2 seconds just to put the adapter on the 3.5 connector. I like that, super quick. Again, you'll have to use more volume to get the appeal from it. If you've got weaker gear, that matters. I've used mine mainly on desktop gear, so I've got loads of power. And yeah, so different. I like the bass, mid-range. It obviously alters a bit with the adapter, but I like it either anyway. The non-adapter version is clearer, but I say lacks a little bit of that mid-bass punch. Without the adapter, you get a bit more with it. And treble, nothing special. It sounds quite clear, really. yeah, there's a little bit of, obviously a little bit of a boost in the presence region, and yeah, everything sounds fine. So my conclusion, the 02 Blue Crinacle collab, I like it. Ultimately, to me, it didn't really blow me away really, but it's a good set. It's a solid set. I like it. It comes with a lot of foam tips, obviously, which you saw in the clip before this. But yeah, good set. I think a lot of people probably prefer a dual DD setup over this and like a cheaper BA kind of setup. You know, it's got a better tonality. I think this is about $65, so I'm not quite sure that is into pounds. So it's be 50 something, mid 50s maybe. I don't know, but yeah, good set. I like it. I like the cable it comes with. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I just don't find it special. It's not a special set, but it's not a bad set either. And I think that's pretty much it. So I did try this with a bit of pop music, bit of Katy Perry, quite random, bit of drum and bass, bit of techno, a little bit of classical to throw that in there, and it works. I like it. I enjoyed my time with it, and I think it's not a bad set for comfort, as you can see for that right more angled, shall we say? And yeah, not too bad at all. So yeah, if you think I missed anything, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.